Howdy, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna make a cab from the set. Oh! Well, as Bob Ross once said, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. Let's go ahead and get to work. Let's see what we got here. That's too big, that's too big, that's too big. No. Maybe. And no. I think there's some other pieces over there, but they're too small. Yeah, this thing really shattered. It just went everywhere. So this is going to be the stone that we're going to work tonight. So this video is mainly to show you that you do not have to stick with special guidelines or stencils to make cabs. You can literally draw on a rock and cut it to shape, or you can see what the universe gives you and break a slab and see what random shapes you get. So this is the shape that we got, and we're going to turn this into a beautiful cab. So let's get into it. Okay, first step. We're going to use the blue cabbing machine here to work this piece, and all these wheels require water at all times to kind of help prevent the wheels from wearing down. With this particular stone, since it's soft enough, we're going to use a 180 grit diamond wheel to help shape this stone here, clean up the edges, and bring out the shape that we're aiming towards, which is kind of a triangle-esque shape. And it's not going to be a full triangle. I think I might do a little accent sides here and there, just to kind of give it a more unique look. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so as I was working the stone, I realized I didn't really care for this top part right here. I don't like the shape. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna round this off a little bit, but still kind of have an interesting shape to the stone overall. But the next step of this stage is to get rid of the corners right here. So you want to kind of round that off a little bit, and I'll show you what I like to do as far as doing that. So let me go get a pencil really quick. So if I need to mark a cab or a slab of where I need to grind away, and you can see here, I already gotten this started. I'll just take a pencil on a nice level surface, and I'll just go all the way around the cab, just like that. And that allows me to know how far down I need to grind away. Now I have a nice even line all the way around the cab. And I can do that the same thing with the top of the stone, where I need to get rid of the excess. So just like that. Of course, this is going to be a rounded top there, so I'll get creative with that later. So you want to be able to grind away this excess right in here. And grind onto that layer right there. And then we'll have to blend this all together. And I'll show you that here after this stage. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the 180 grit diamond wheel. And we're going to grind away all this excess. I'm all done stretching my creative muscle. So what we have here is a very interesting looking cab. It is a mix between a teardrop shape and a triangle shape. So it's unique. The previous stage left us with all these facets, and with the next stage we're going to get rid of all those facets. So the facets are these sharp planed faces that you see right there with these high points, and we want to get rid of those. We want to blend those together. So with this 220 grit wheel, we're going to accomplish just that. So the point of this stage is to keep this stone moving in a continuous fashion. That way we blend these facets together and smooth them all out. And also during this step it's important to not stop when you're using this wheel, because if you stop at any given point when you're grinding the surface, you're going to create a new facet and then you're going to have to later blend that out. So let's go ahead and get this turned on. We're going to get this smoothed out before we go on to the next step. Here's the progress so far. We've blended all those high spots down, so it's more of a smooth surface. There is some spots here I am going to focus some more time on. You can kind of see there's kind of a sharp difference between this side and this side, so we want to blend that together a little bit more better. And then we have some grinding marks from the 180 grit diamond wheel. So right here, see that white spot? That can get worked out here on the 220 grit wheel. And then also here on the top, we want to get rid of that. But you know, to be honest, I think with this particular type of material, I can actually probably get that out with the 600 wheel, because this stuff grinds away so quickly. It's nice soft material. And yeah, it's beautiful. Let's keep going. Okay, the next stage is going to be using the 600 grit mesh wheel, and that's further going to blend out any blemishes there might be, and also further sand this piece down for the next stage. I just tried out the stone to check my work, and I'm pretty happy with the outcome. The next stage is going to be the 1200 grit mesh wheel here, and typically I can go from this wheel to polish, and with this particular material that's going to be the case. So let's go ahead and get this on this wheel here, and then from there we go to polish. Check my work one more time. That's actually very, very beautiful, and it is ready for polish. For those that are new here, this is a Berber carpet polishing pad. This is simply a piece of carpet that's been glued to a piece of wood. I use a cerium oxide polish. I put it on here, and the finish comes out phenomenal. So we're gonna go ahead and wet this really quick, add on the cerium oxide, and then get the stone polished. Next step is to wash off the polishing compound. So let's go do that really quick. This stage is going to be a little bit more tricky. Just trying to get the cerium oxide out of all the little nooks and crannies of the moss, features of the moss agate. I just tried to scrub this with a toothbrush in the sink, and I still have some cerium oxide in the nooks and crannies there, so we're going to go ahead and try and use a steam cleaner. And if that doesn't work, we're going to go ahead and try something else in the morning. So let's go ahead and try this. Alright, we're all done cleaning. We went from a slab that looks like this, which is pretty cool, to a stone that now looks like this. This is such a beautiful stone. It has a very nice, unique shape. It's very nice to look at. It's got a nice color. It's got just a lot of character in the stone itself. I mean, just look at this. Up here in the corner, you have almost a botryoidal effect here in the corner. So that's really cool. And then down here in this agate feature, you have some what looks to be some fortifications of some kind, and really small botryoidal effects in the surface there. But this is just an all-around beautiful stone, and I'm so glad we had a nice little happy accident tonight so we can create this beautiful stone. Got a nice polish on it too. Speaking of which, I'm really glad I was able to clean this with the steam cleaner, because as you can see here in the back, you can kind of see how pitted this material is, and why it can be tricky to clean after you get done polishing. But I'm happy that the steam cleaner got it cleaned out. Saves me one extra step from having to bring out the pressure washer to clean off the stone. But just, wow, this is such a beautiful stone. And yeah, it's a beautiful stone. Let me know what you guys think. That's going to do it for today's video. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see you guys in the next video. Rock on.